everyone and welcome back to Born to Drive. Today you join me in my girlfriend's car. She's currently driving, so I'm not going to put her off. But today we're going to be painting some calipers. Well, I actually did this yesterday, but I'm going to show you what I did yesterday because my footage from yesterday was a bit. And to jack the car up, I've obviously got to get inside and I will air the car up, which I'll do now. And what I like to tend to do is just air it up sort of as high as possible. As you can see, the front goes pretty high. It will go a bit higher than that anyway when it comes to me getting the car up to full level. But it's easier for me when I want to stick the jack and stuff underneath the car.
And 46 minutes later.
I'm nowhere near a professional. As you can see from these calipers, they're not the best ever. One thing I would not recommend is painting your calipers in Plasti-Dip and clear coating over them because it makes it extremely difficult to get off. This is just awkward as anything. It's going to take me a little while to take it off. My biggest regret is actually painting these in the Plasti-Dip. Normal paint is a lot easier. You can sand it down. Plasti-Dip you can't really sand down. There's no sort of smooth finish to it. Yeah, I just really wouldn't recommend doing your calipers in Plasti-Dip. If you can, just sort of get it out and get the paint can. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with these and I'll let you know when the Plasti-Dip's off.
Much later.
Next step is to start sanding them, getting them prepped for primer, which I'll do now. So now we're ready for the first layer of primer. For this, I've just picked a Halford's red primer. I did this on the other side and it works absolutely perfectly. So yeah, let's crack on with it. I'm not really sure whether this is helping or not, but yeah. So I went and cracked on and did the second coat. I didn't want to bore all of you with loads of coats of primer and gloss and stuff, so when I've completed this one break, I will get back to this video and I'll show you how it looks. My final clear coat on the caliper. I'm extremely happy with how this has turned out, so I'm just going to let this one dry now and I'll come back to it in about half an hour to an hour and I will apply the sticker, which is over here. So I just bought these off eBay. They're just a heat proof sticker. I can't even remember who the eBay seller was, to be honest, but it wasn't a lot. I think they were something like £8 and they're pretty much the original stickers. So once this is all dry, I'll pop them on and I'll update you when they're back on again. That's the final clear coat on. I'm extremely happy with how these turned out.
Oh my God! Wow!
I'm sure there's a lot of actual painters that are watching this right now cringing at the fact that I've done this on my drive with all of this and rattle cans, but I think that looks so good. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to bore you with showing you the back ones because I've already showed you how to do the front ones. So as soon as the back ones are done, I'll do an update video and I will show you at the end of the video what it all looks like. Just like that, we're done. This one came out really well as well. I had one little dribble on it, but I wasn't going to redo the whole brake because of that. Yeah, really happy with these. So I've come inside to do a bit of editing, and if anyone's wondering what it's like to live with two Vizslas, it's an absolute nightmare. This one's a puppy. Her name's Rosie, and this one's Lily, and they just want to be with you all the time.
Next day, and... Hello guys.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Born to Drive. My name's Alex Bourne, and today we're going to be painting some calipers. Hello everyone and welcome back to Born to Drive. Today you've So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably have already seen that I'm going to be doing a Q&A on the channel as well. I'm going to be doing it with my girlfriend, which is over here. Camera won't go over there at the moment. But I'm going to be doing a Q&A with her. I'm going to put another poll up on Instagram today. So if you just comment on there, it doesn't really need to be car related. It could just be normal life. What do I do for a job? What's it like living with the car? Literally whatever you want to put on there. But go down on the Instagram, go onto the story and just go put whatever questions you have on there. By no means am I a professional paint sprayer either. I'm just going to put that down as a disclaimer because I'm nowhere near as good as probably a lot of these people are. I just like doing stuff myself, so I have done all my calipers myself. They're obviously not 10 out of 10 perfect, but I'm happy with them, and there is a couple of little imperfections, but you won't be able to notice it on the car itself if you ever do see the car in person. So I'm going to do a couple of the Q&A questions now because I've already done a load on here and I've got a fair few questions already. So I've got, the first one here is how much do you pay for insurance? So my insurance isn't overly bad on the car considering that it's really highly modified. I do declare all of my modifications because I have had a crash before. I wrote off my old M140i, which wasn't really ideal, but it's got me to the position I am now, and I wouldn't really have an M140 now if it wasn't for the M135i being crashed and written off. So I pay, I believe it's $1,600 a year. Obviously I've got the crash on there, which was a fault claim as well. I won't go into that because it annoys me thinking about it, but her insurance is not nice at all. How much do you pay?
£2,000 with a black box, £4,000 without black box.
So yeah, this is £2,000 with a black box, which is absolutely ridiculous. This is a 114i BMW, which is, it's still a lovely car, but £2,000 for a 1.6. But I suppose it's not a bad car to have when you're 18, is it?
No, first car.
What's my car history? I was lucky enough to get bought a car from my mum and dad when I was 17. I got a VW Up. I then went to a Alfa Romeo Mito. Then I got the M135i, which you would have seen if you follow me on Instagram. And then I got the M140i. So I haven't actually been through that many cars. I'm only 23. But I suppose it's still quite a lot of cars to have in that short amount of time. A lot of you will probably recognise this number plate right here as well. This is Amber's dad, Paul. So this number plate used to be on M4, which you probably all know if you're watching these videos because you would have been following me on Instagram and all the other sort of nonsense, and you would have seen it on there once or twice. He's now got a TT for the moment. He's just going through some projects and stuff at the moment, and then there will be another pretty cool car coming to the channel as well. This is just a bit of a run around. It's something that your mum wanted as well, wasn't it? So yeah, they sort of saw it and it was at such a good price that they couldn't really say no. So yeah, it's called an interim car. What is it? Interim. Interim. But yeah, there will be another I say probably M car. They're also looking at McLarens and AMG. Well, Amber's brother Liam has been looking at AMG and McLarens, but
Yeah.
So this is Paul's new daily. It's a 2 litre turbo TT. What's the specs on it?
What's the specs on it? It's, well, actually it's a black edition, so I suppose it's got, well, everything on it. Bows and...
It's just a smart car, isn't it? We were saying it's just an interim. If that's the, I can't remember what Amber said it was, but it's interim, isn't it?
Interim car, yeah.
But yeah, it's smart, and it's something that Mika wanted anyway, wasn't it? So.
And it actually looks so about a little spoil on the back.
Oh, and the dog. So we've just been out shopping to Sainsbury's as well, so I can get my weekly shop for next week for all my snacks. And we also found out that someone can't park.
No, I'm not very good at parking.
It did take about 4 attempts to get into the parking space, but we got there eventually, and she didn't crash, so.
What do you mean I didn't crash? I never crash. I'm just...
As I said before, when lockdown's all over, I will be going out some pretty sick cars. One of our good friends, James, has a GT3 Club Sport in red. As soon as all of this lockdown stuff is over, we'll be going out in that. I'll be giving you some sound clips. It is absolutely incredible. It's pretty much a GT3 RS without having the RS badge. It's still obviously an amazing car, it just being a GT3. It's the GT3 Club Sport, so it's got all the optional extras, the carbon bucket seats, carbon overload inside, it's got the 3-piece harness. But yeah, once lockdown's all over, we'll be going out in that. I'll introduce you to James. He's also got a lovely M2 comp which he's just picked up, and he's had some pretty awesome cars before that as well. So I've just got to the end of editing my video that's going to be uploaded tomorrow. So it's a Saturday, it will be uploaded at Sunday at 10 AM. It's just a massive thank you really. Thank you to everyone that's supporting the channel. Thank you for everyone that's sharing the channel and making it grow. It really does mean a lot. I'd like to push out a lot more content. As soon as all this lockdown is over, I will be getting out there. I'll be doing some videos of some pretty cool cars. I don't know whether I mentioned it earlier on in this video, what cars I'm going to be doing stuff with, but there will be some pretty cool stuff on here. But yeah, it's just a massive thank you for everyone supporting. If you haven't already, make sure you go and press the subscribe button, like, comment, and obviously share the video. Thank you very much, everyone.